안녕하세요. Today is day number 182 here in Seoul, South Korea. And today was an off day, so I'm going to get right into what I wanted to talk about today, which is a response to what Ozzie Guillen, the Chicago White Sox manager, had to say about foreign players in the United States. Um, just to fill you in, Ozzie Guillen said that Latin foreign players are not treated as well as Asian foreign players. I thought that this is something that should be talked about because he brought up the fact that Latin players don't have a translator when they come over, and Asian players do. And he also mentioned the fact that basically the Latin players are thrown into the fire while Asian players kind of have their hand held a little bit. And I wanted to talk about this a little bit. I hope this gets translated in Korean and Spanish so everyone understands this clearly. There's no doubt players that come over from the Latin countries are thrown into a fire that is very difficult to survive. A totally different culture, a totally different language, and really all they have is each other. But that's the one thing that I wanted to talk about. When an Asian player comes over, there's usually only one of them around. And so it is very, very difficult for an Asian player to come over without a translator, because I know that my translator here has basically become a friend to me. And if these Asian players came over without a translator, without a friend, without any idea of what's going on, they wouldn't survive. They'd be sent back very quickly, despite their baseball talent. So, there's a lot of truth to what Ozzie Guillen said. It's very difficult for any foreign player, and it's difficult for American players that don't get much of a signing bonus. Jesse Floyd is a player that I played with. He signed for $1,000 and made it to Double-A. He played like 6 years of Pro Ball. He made like $20,000 in 6 years. I have no idea how he ate. But nonetheless, this topic is something to talk about because I think all the players in the minor leagues need something more, because right now they're just struggling. And I don't blame Ozzie Guillen for standing up for the Latin players. He does it constantly, and like I said, everyone deserves to be treated better, and he's the strongest voice they have. But I don't agree with him that the Asian players get special treatment because they have nobody, and they just would have no chance to survive without some sort of translating help. And I spoke to Song Sung-joon. He had a translator for 3 months, and he was one of the Red Sox top prospects for a long time. So it's not like an Asian player exactly. These translators are along for a long time, and he told me it took him about 3 years to learn English. So that means he went around the United States for over 2 seasons without really understanding too much of what was going on. So, like I said, I wanted to talk a little bit about this subject because I'm glad he brought it up, even though I don't totally agree with him. But at the same time, there's got to be eyes that are open to this. A lot of these Latin players are just thrown into the fire with no language help. They take a class maybe once a week. But really the only ones that learn are the ones that get thrown out into A ball and they don't stick around rookie ball for too long. I could go much more in detail on this, but I hope somebody posts this, like I said, with good translation and everyone can hear it. That's all I got for today. 나중에 만나요.